Hello all. Alright, let's go right over and look at the latest news. Have you guys ever heard of acid fracking? Well, neither have I. So, what is acid fracking? It's the latest. This is the ground. This is where an old oil rig used to be. This is the pipe and the reservoir. Acid fracking can be used in any old well. And what they do is they take a mixture of highly toxic chemicals like sulfuric acid and that type of thing, and they pump it down the old wellhead into the reservoir. And as most people know, reservoirs are filled with rock, stones, and with some air gaps. What this acid does is it eats away everything it touches: rock, sand, old oil clogging particles, and it allows a little bit more oil to drain down into the main reservoir, and then they pump that out with all the chemicals that they put in there. It's considered one of the most environmentally dangerous practices ever practiced. And guess where most of it is being done? In Monterey Oil Formation, right here in California. And believe it or not, they're doing this kind of system in this formation. It's the largest formation of its kind anywhere in the world. And what they're doing is that the rock sort of does this with layers and layers, and there might be an oil pocket here and a little oil pocket over here. So what they're doing is they're pumping this stuff down, and it's eating all the underlying rock, releasing this oil shale. There goes the street sweeper again. Jeez. Unfortunately, San Francisco thought they were going to get out of all this fracking and all. No. Let me show you why. Okay, this is California. San Francisco's right there, and this is the Monterey Formation. As you can see, it goes all the way down to Southern California, almost into Mexico. So what does the Monterey Formation look like? As I said, it was once a flat ocean, but because of the earthquakes and the San Andreas Fault, it's buckled it all up. So now you have all this type of thing, and I'll show you a screenshot of it. Okay, this is the Monterey Formation. That's what it looks like. Let's go in for a closer look. Sorry for the wind noise. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like up close. This deposit just fell down from the cliff, so it's new. And I guess that little bit of stuff there is sort of oil. Some type of oil. It does feel a little greasy. I've never noticed that, and I've lived here all my life. Did I ever know that had oil in it? Of what we have here in the city, we have the same formation, but it doesn't have the oil in it. So what it looks like is a bunch of layers of diatoms that died, and their shells hardened into rock. So it's basically what it is. And as they died, their organic material eventually turned into oil. So looking at one of these layers up close, the oil sort of looks like this. In other words, there's little bits and pieces of oil throughout each layer, but it's not solid oil. So they have to literally get rid of all the rock around it to acquire this little tiny bit of oil. And they're saying it's similar to the tar sands up in Canada, except it's too deep to mine that way, so they're doing it with chemicals. And we don't have to worry about our water. Water's okay with a little acid in it, huh? Our groundwater, that kind of thing. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is a Keystone XL Pipeline update. Congress in the U.S., the House portion voted 241-175 to bypass Obama on the approval of the XL Pipeline. The Senate is expected to pass the same measure. Obama says that he'll veto the measure. I wonder if he really will or not. Alright, let's go up and look at barges in San Francisco Bay. It's very foggy. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty foggy. And because of the fog, we couldn't see it, but on the way down I saw that there were 4 barges in San Francisco Bay. And let's go look at gasoline prices. An expensive gas station. expensive gas station. And let's take a look at Brent crude. It's been going up and down extremely radical. $2–3 each day. It seems to be more and more radical, so we don't know what that's all about yet. Alright, we started out at 104.3 or so. Dribbled, and dribbled up until about here. And then something happened and it went all the way down, straight down, almost a straight down curve. And at present, we're a little bit, or about 101.9 or so. It's got a long way to go. It may go up, straight back up again. Very volatile. Don't know what's causing it yet. And the next bit of quick news is a Shell rig accident update, the one up in Alaska. It's that big thing, sort of looks like this, like a tub, and then it has the rig and so on and so forth. Anyway, it's up against the rocks up there in Alaska, banging away at the shore. It turns out the reason that they had the accident in the first place is they were trying to rush this platform back away out of Alaska's jurisdiction for taxes. So they were avoiding taxes, and they ran it into the island. They weren't able to control it because of the winds. So Shell Oil was trying to avoid taxes and caused all of us to have to pay for all this mess to be cleaned up. Every time you fill up on gas, you're paying for the oil spills. They just pass the prices on to you, as you know. Okay, and we have a comment from the video before last. Nate B69 said, how many cuts are there in the video? Cuts of 1,000 thorns or something. Anyway, he doesn't like the quality. Well, the quality has to do with being able to afford new equipment, which we do not have any money for that. The economy is dead here, and it's very difficult to make any money at all. So we're just doing the best we can with what little we have, including this old dead pen. As you can see, it's not writing at all. It's almost dead, and it's going to join this pen up here probably in another couple weeks, and then it'll be replaced with this old pen, which is thick, but at least it writes. Thanks for the comments, and I appreciate everybody's comments, and we'll see you next time. Okay, if one wants to try and put a halt to all this corporatism, maybe you could go and on Pink Barrio, and you could look at the items on there. Here's one that's for a shirt that says "Save the Whales." It's pretty cool. Here's another one that's kind of a humorous one, but "Are we there yet?" And the front one is saying no. And then there's even one in Espanol. So go to Pink Barrio and go to the blog section, and you'll see all kinds of neat advertising of independent artists, non-corporate. Hey, and look, there's my video from last time. You have to admit it's worth a look.